Oh, we're on.
And we are on. Welcome back. Thanks again for tuning in. We've got two unbelievable guests. I was saying a brick at the start.
Yeah.
Good things happen in your presence.
Very true.
Now, I wasn't taking the piss because I've hit 2 PBs today on 2 lifts that have been stagnating for about.
Did he or did he not yell at you?
Oh, he fucking abused me.
Good.
You got to.
Screamed. And
Absolutely.
I said to him, whenever I see you on social media, all it is you screaming at slapping on the back, smelling salts.
Oh,
I want that treatment. I want you to treat me like a
bro. There's that, I remember COVID. So COVID-19, when we were in COVID, right? I think it was 2020. We were just training hard and we were just training so fucking hard. And I remember I didn't want to train if Brick wasn't around. I'm because it was I just wanted to fucking push myself to the next limit. So every time I'd be squatting, I'm like, where's Brick? I need Brick. And we had some absolutely filthy videos that I would probably be illegal to show of me and Brick just getting angry, aggressive, smacking the walls. It was terrifying.
Whack them up on Live Leak.
Yeah, bro. Some people jack off to that stuff. Yeah. It turns people on.
It's premium content. And the thing is as well, when Dirk, I believe it was when he hurt his shoulder. Elbow, sorry. There was a period there where he literally just did safety bar squats and everything like that. Oh. And it was just fucking nuts. Just loud music. Just, you got to get this up. You don't get this up. It's just fuck scenarios.
We went into a different world. I look at it and I wasn't able to ollie lift at the time. So I'm all I needed to do was squat fucking heavy and safety bar squat because I had my arm in a fucking brace. And Brick's we're not backing down here. So it's because I need a Brick around me. I'm someone who squat dead bench heavy all the time. We're not doing any ollies. I'm I just need to push something. So we're going to push the squat.
I love that. And a lot of people love to use their injury or their diagnosis as an excuse for being a bitch.
Oh, fuck, I hate
you just embraced it.
Fuck, I hate that. Bro, legit, I hate when people I got an injury young. Bro, fucking work around it, bro.
Yeah.
A safety bar, bro. Brick took me to Melbourne Strength Culture. I pit shark, belt squatted. You know what I mean? I remember the day I belt squatted 240 for 12 and I think Brick literally had his head in my ass. It was that intense. It was at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning and Brick was just fucking already going. I think he had 3 monsters already.
Stim to the fucking max.
That's good stats.
I do remember Didier Vasilio once telling me. Vasilio. Didier Vasilio once said to me, technically, if it's before 12 p.m, you can take as much caffeine as you want. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, the half-life would be all gone by when you want to go to bed, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So he's whether you take 100 meggrams or fucking 500, he's doesn't matter. He's just take it, just pop it. You feel good and you're all good.
And if it's 5 p.m, it's 12 p.m. somewhere.
Yeah.
Get after it.
That's it. As long as it's 12 p.m. somewhere before 12 p.m, then you're all good.
Wait, tell the people how you did your elbow, because this actually makes me sick to think about.
Okay, so I was at Nationals for Olympic weightlifting. I was on my 3rd attempt. So I missed the 2nd attempt at 90 kilos and I went back to do my 3rd attempt. And look, there's a lot of things that went wrong going up to the competition. But on the day, pretty much flicked it up, tried to hold it, it leaned back. I still held onto it. And I just felt this double pop. And that was my common flexor tendon and my MCL ligament. And my elbow just came fucking straight off the bone. And that was fucked. I hate looking at the video, the feeling of it, because the bar's gone straight down. It's missed my head by fucking this much. So I was pretty fortunate that, I'm actually very grateful that bar didn't land on me, because it's kind of gone like that and straight down, but I've kind of fallen onto the side.
That makes me sick. I dislocated my shoulder overhead pressing a couple of 35s.
Overhead pressing?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Really?
And
shit.
Dumbbells?
Yeah.
I think you made 35 kilos on the bar. I'm fuck you.
You coward. Is that all?
No, bro, 35 kilo dumbbells.
Yeah, and, I always feel sick just thinking about the feeling of my shoulder popping out under that load, but I also every now and then think, imagine if that came down on my noggin.
Yeah, imagine if fucking
thing.
that force.
You don't realise in the moment, you're holy fuck, I'm lucky. Because if that, I know we're obviously getting a real emotional here, but if that hit your head, bro, you'd fucking be dead.
Holy fucking oath.
Exactly right. It can happen as well, and it's the thing as well with injury. You don't realise the emotional toll it takes as well, and the fact that people can get that's more important. As it with our job, it's obviously we're trying to get people back to 100%, but it's also just managing that rehab process. And sometimes that shit happens. You just get people that just are so emotional and so just worried about the cost and you can have 200 kilos come on the back of your head or on your neck and stuff. And it's just like, fuck, how do I get back to that point to where I'm lifting efficiently and also just like, so I'm not mentally fucked. And that can happen, yeah.
Back injury I had a few weeks ago. It's been so humbling for me because I'm like finally been put in the shoes of clients that have like developed some sort of kinesiophobia from their back injury.
Yeah.
And all the shit that they've been fed from shit physios telling them that they shouldn't round their back or whatnot. And
that they're fragile.
Yeah, they're fragile. They've got glass spines. So now wherever they go to deadlift, they're just fucking in their own head about their back. And now I know that feeling doing my back deadlifting. And even today when I did that 200, like it's always in the back of my mind. Whenever I go heavy now, like, just waiting for that pop.
So I didn't even realise that in terms of like the back injury. So it's like, and it can happen. It's just like you do like
feels bad now that he yelled at you and tried to tell you that you're a fucking wet bitch.
And I do it again.
He's got guilt now.
I do it again. But no, it's where you talk about like you got up there the anti-fragile sort of stuff. It's like you want to be as robust as possible, but also it's like it's a language. I know we might have talked about it before. You might have talked about it before in a post, but it's like the language in which you use with clients. It's like if you're like just always demonizing certain things, and it's like, this is shit, you can't do this, you can't do this, can't load your spine under, like, can't load your spine, anything like that. It's not going to fucking work, and they're going to be like worried about all these things for years to come. So it's like, you want to sort of obviously get them back into everything as well, but how you use that language.
Language is so important. I'll never tell a client that they're weak or that they're fucking broken or whatever.
It says it right there, fucking anti-fragile.
That shit's going to stick with them forever.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I think the words you feed yourself will dictate what you can achieve and fuck me. Like, I get this is going to go down a fucking rabbit hole, mate.
That's all right.
But like, people love categorizing themselves. And like, don't get me wrong, we've all been through things like mentally or physically, like, but just to say, be like, I'm anxiety. That's it. Like that. Fuck. Like, bro, we all go through anxiety. I don't think it's not a real thing. We all go through, like, people are going to go through depression. People are going to go through different stages of mental illness. But to categorize and say you're fucking stuck is like, I don't know. I don't like categorizing. I'd be like, you're experiencing completely fine. That everyone's going to go through different things. You're experiencing a point where, your body may have broken down, but you're not fragile. You're experiencing a point where you're mentally struggling, but you're not completely depressed forever. Do you know what I mean? I hate it categorizing because people put themselves in a place where they think they're stuck. And they don't realize that, but they say it to themselves. So now it's like it's a fucking thing. I'm that. So I can't do any of that. It's like, well, that's bullshit. You are that, but you're going to have to do some work and you're going to get out of it. Whether it takes fucking 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 years, or fucking 20 years. Do you know what I mean? But you're not stuck.
And a lot of people get themselves into ruts by, doing that with their career. Like, I am a CrossFitter. I'm a powerlifter. I'm a vegan. I'm a carnivore.
Mate.
It's fucking identity crisis shit.
Understand.
Yeah, but bad. Like, that's the thing. And it's like, it can be across anything. It doesn't even have to be like the way you're feeling. It could be, I'm this, I'm that. Bro, it's like they put so much categorization into that thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I am in pain.
Yes. Whereas they can't go with the ebbs and flows of life.
Yeah. Affirmations. I'm strong. I'm not weak. All that sort of stuff.
Love that.
I take the piss with that, but also like the guys at Culture, they've literally gone through that sort of stuff. That's literally their MO now. It's like for so many years it was like we're powerlifting gym, and now it's like after COVID and even like at the moment they're doing like getting so many people that were in strength sports into running and like aerobic work, and there's so much stuff like that, which is fun. Like training's fun. It's not our lives. It's not we're not going to get paid for it in terms of like us training, but what we can do is enjoy what we do. And it's like, if you're stuck in a rut of just doing fucking powerlifting and you don't fucking enjoy it, well, what the fuck? Do something you enjoy. Like do some machine work. Do like, I don't know, go, do just more pliers. Like do some other stuff. Play in a team on the weekend and stuff like that. It's just
competitive sport.
Yeah, exactly. And it's people that like don't fucking play competitive sport or have never played competitive sport that are so hyper specified and hyper specific in terms of like powerlifting.
Fuck yeah.
Or just in general strength sports. It's like you're meant to do a lot of things. It's like if you want to specify on that, it's cool. And you want to fucking do that for 10 years, 15 years, good on you, go ahead. But it's like we want to enjoy shit, like, and doing different shit. Like you're talking about, Tyler, how you're doing a bit more like powerlifting sort of now, lifting a bit heavier now, and it's like, all right, crazy. You can understand that sort of stuff, and you might do after Europe. You come back. It's like, I want to do more aerobic base now. I want to do some more, a bit more high reps and stuff like that. Like Dirk doing obviously a bit more ollie lifting, but now going back into soccer, doing a bit more sort of athletic development sort of stuff, and the way he's programming. So, yeah, I just said with identity, don't get stuck in that one thing. You get stuck in that one thing, you're just gonna go fucking it's not gonna be fun.
Well, let's be real. Like, there's a good transfer effect across all of them. Like powerlifting, you can still get really good body composition gains. Like Olympic lifting, you can still be a really good athlete. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna have to tailor it a little bit to where you're going, but fuck me, like they all can transfer.
It's all
across.
linked. Yeah, it's not like you're just training this one specific
fuck
body.
it, you deadlifted now, you maxed out. You're gonna be a fat cunt. Like that's you're done. Like
True.
You're done. You're done. Like
I've had some of the biggest PBs in my life over the last year, and I've barely done any traditional strength training.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking deadlift once a week, if that. Today, hit 200 kilos.
yeah, your back listens to that too, huh? Tell your back that.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Listen up, Kent.
Progress isn't linear. It's not like people.
Fuck me, quote that, baby. He's on fire today. You know when Brick's already on like 10 minutes in and he's already just naming quotes. Wow. You amaze me.
Fucking wordsmith.
You amaze me, bro.
Yeah, look.
Fuck, you amaze me.
No, but we're talking about this as well in our potty yesterday as well. It's just like you're never going to be up like this. There's always going to be stuff that happens. And as you said, days that feel like shit, you hit PBs.
Go through
days you don't feel, days you don't feel good, you might. Yeah, sorry, days you feel good, you might not hit the numbers you want. So it's like, yeah, it's just that's where RPE is good as well. But also, it's like, yeah, it's a bit of it depends.
It's actually funny. Fuck, I forgot where I saw it, but it was like an Olympian talking about their training, and it was like, you got to go by the rule of thirds. Now, don't correct me. I can't remember it exactly. So, but it was like something like only 1/3 of your training, like at this level, like if you're really trying to push for a goal, like 1/3 of your training is fun, 1/3 of your training is really hard, and 1/3 of your training is in the middle. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if it's all fun, it's probably not working hard enough. It's all hard and you're not actually getting any enjoyment out of it, then you're probably not going to be sustainable. Do you know what I mean? And if it's that middle rule, well, then you're probably just going to stay where you're at.
I haven't heard that one before. Rule of thirds.
Rule of thirds. And I really liked it. I was like, holy shit, that's true. Because people are like, oh, you're just going to fucking grind out. Like, everything's hard. I'm like non-stop. Like, waking up and like the fucking... like, every day. I'm like, bro, you can have fun. You know what I mean? It can be enjoyable. But then at the same time, people are like laughing around, like, you know, lift a barbell up and down. It's like, that's good fun. But you did jack shit. I'm like, well...
Yeah, there's a certain prerequisite level of stress that your muscles actually need to experience in order to adapt.
Fuck.
100%.
A lot of people aren't training hard enough.
100%.
Wow.
Oh no, that's literally it. Like, we have that as well. Like, I consider
what bitches.
Yeah, look at we won't call them out, but yeah, we have people that like through training with Dirk and. Especially even
not you though. I'm the one who fucking deals with bitches. Not you though. All your clients are the animals, bro.
No, but like it's fun. Like
mini bricks.
When training with Dirk, it's like good because you see that intensity and stuff, and that's what we want. Like especially with the boys training Woodford. I haven't been training there too much at the moment, but from what I've seen, it's all fucking go. It's like they're all pushing each other. And it's what you want, like in training. Obviously, you're going to have periods where you need a little bit of low stress, but it's like you want that training environment because that's going to create, you know, greater lifters and like people just pushing hard. Like,
bro, I fucking told Max. Yeah, so Max has been pushing like one of our coaches, right? And best mate, like fucking, he's been pushing loads and he wants to just get, like, he's been doing really well. He's put on heaps of size. Like, he's all fucking great. And then he's like, now, I don't know what my next step is. And I'm like, show me a program. Because I see what he would do. We all train together. I'm like, bro, you're doing volume. But I'm like, you're loading. You're not pushing intensity. I'm like, you're always saying, oh, I want to do one more set to get a bit more volume. I'm like, bro, how about you stick with 2 sets? Like Jeremy Borzillo says, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Hard training, bro. I'm like, you're doing 4 sets, 5 sets. Like, great. And you're getting that burn. You're getting a bit of volume there. But you know what you haven't tapped into? Fucking working hard.
If you are able to do 5 sets of anything, you're not fucking working hard enough.
No, cunt. Unless, like, you're my Hungarian weightlifting coach and he used to say, let's do 5 by 5 of hard fucking sets. That was crucial. That was, like, fucked. That was...
Like, these days, I'm on the fucking ground after that.
Yeah, like, you'd be done. Like, I'd be done. Like, anytime I'd done that, like, if you did really 5 by 5 hard sets, oh, my God, no. Like, that's disgusting.
There's so much in just pushing yourself and your clients to, like, true failure. Proper failure. You don't need to be slamming that shit every week, but... Every now and then, just give it a nudge.
Yeah.
I hate people who come in and it's like 3 sets of 8, first set of 8. It's like, oh, just getting my body moving. Like, go fucking warm up if you want, or just get into it, cunt.
That's a warm up set. Don't get that.
That's not fucking your first set of 8. Like, I don't know. Like, there's again room for reps, leaving reps in the tank. You know, athletic development, make sure they're not too sore. But when you're trying to work hard, work fucking hard. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said to him, I'm like, if you're not there by like the 8th, like if you fail the 8th, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, I don't mind getting people to the point where I prescribe 2 sets of 8, but they hit 6 or 7. Because I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Like, we know where that proximity to failure is.
I've been a bit triggered with this whole pain and movement shit this morning. I woke up to an email from one of our members, had a bit of back pain, saw a doctor, and doctor told her to just pretty much avoid all physical activity. Avoid all physical activity and goes back to normal.
Oh,
that's fucking shit. Okay, so it just disappears. My bad. I forgot that. Yeah, that's what happens, doesn't it? Ignore everything, or the whole problem. Like, bro, you know what's funny? Like, when we look at our body in comparison to anything else in life, we would lose complete logic, right? Anything else in life, there's an issue. Work on it, make sure it's okay, fix it. Like, there's fucking water dripping from your house. We'll fix it so the water stops dripping, right? But if we treat our body like that, it'd be like, okay, there's pain, fix the leak, fix it up, and then we're all good, right? So what? You're just saying there's water dripping from the house? Yeah, leave it. It'll stop. Yeah, when it's not raining, then it fucking rains again. And like, it's just logic. If there's an issue, you work on it.
I'm going to clip that shit.
Yeah, that's actually elite. I love that.
I haven't heard that analogy before.
No, I just fucking made it up then. But it's legit though. I just made it up. But it's true though. Like, it's logic. What we do is fucking logic. I always simplify it to anyone. I'm like, because we can get fancy, we can go technical, but like, when you bring it back down, it's logic. There's an issue, we'll work on it and work around it.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever heard from, like...
Oh, that's pretty hard, man. We hear a lot of dumb shit. Oh, Brick, what? Fuck, what?
I don't even know, like, there's some stuff around, like, rounding spine's a big one, just like you can't bend your spine under load.
Strength training makes you slower.
Yeah.
That triggers me every time. Like,
stunts growth.
I'm not going to name who, but I had a teenager and I was training them and they were like, I just want to be faster. Like, I'm doing, like, this strength work, I feel like it's going to make me slower. Because, like, I get to the game day and I'm feeling sluggish and I'm like, okay, show me your weekly schedule. And they would fit in like 15 extra sessions across their week. I'm like, it's not the strength training. It's the fact that you're overtraining drastically and you're fucking fatigued.
Yeah.
You dumb fuck.
Nervous system's cooked.
Yeah. And then we started changing. They're like, I feel really good. No way. No way.
Something in that.
I love that. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
People think like, I hate that. That triggers me. Strength training makes you slower. Triggers me so hard.
And younger kids, like, they think it's like they always have to like push hard, like, which you do, yeah, but also like gotta be smart about shit. It's a time to push and it's a time to pull back. So it's like a day before the game, don't need to fucking run yourself into the ground and go nuts. Like, that's so I don't know what it's been like at the moment with the athletes at Woodford. Like, Dirk obviously deals with a lot of them, but it's like it was a lot of like back in the day just pushing, and it'd just be like, you got to grind. You got to work. Grind fucking, that shits me, but like that word, but like, you just got to work hard and all that sort of stuff. Like, just the context of the
grind.
Nah, like, we know what we mean though.
Like, grind set, you got to fucking always, like, yeah, there's time to work, but man, like, you don't need to fucking kill yourself. 22 hours out of the fucking day, just working. Like,
it's a balance, right? And it's a balance. And if you have a really good off to pre, you're in season. Like, there's a time to work and there's a time to pull back a bit. And like, I was chatting about it with Lockie Kennett because I write at Lockie Kennett's program.
Friend of the show.
Great man. Great man. And we're talking about it. And it's like 1 week you feel great. Like, we're doing a wave cycle, like 642, 5315, things like that. And his first day of the week, or we hit a bit more maximal strength. I'm like, bro, your weights week to week will fucking fluctuate. Like, 1 week it's going to be 100, 105, 110, 150, like 100 again, right? But then the week after it could be 80, 85, but you still worked hard. It's still maximal strength training, but it's like it's very reliant on how you feel. Like, in season, that's where things like RP, understanding the way you feel, subjective based monitoring is very important. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Like, there's so many factors, like fucking infinite, that can influence pain, how you're feeling, force output, all that sort of shit, to the point where it's almost impossible to measure, but we do our best.
Yeah.
We do our best, like measuring your sleep, stress, fucking the weather outside even, man.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's something simple as that. You can get like people that see a gloomy day and they're just like, nah.
Yeah,
it's like their mood.
Actually, people are like, I feel like shit today. It's cloudy. Wow, today's fucking done. It's ruined. Yeah, fuck, it sucks.
And like, this is something we were talking about on our potty the other day. Like, it really grinds our gears when people like something like
grind. Calm down, Brick. Calm down.
I'm about to lose it.
He's sweating bullets.
He's about to fucking lose it.
fuck it. Rick's holding himself back. Great. Sorry, keep going.
Cucks.
Sorry,
yeah.
What's that? What's that? It's the boner.
Oh, she.
Uh-oh. Yeah, people just let, like, you know, a lack of sunshine affect their day, affect whether they're going to train or not, go for their walk, whatever. Like, unless it is thunder and lightning, big gusts of wind, and you could actually die by stepping outside from a tree fall, from a fucking tree falling on your head.
I still expect you to step
then
outside.
fucking, okay, maybe not go for your walk, but put a rain jacket on, get a little bit of movement in, or fucking go to the gym and walk
If
on a
that's
treadmill.
the case, go walk around the house.
Yep.
Yeah,
You don't not walk.
Drop and give me 50.
Yeah. Burpees. Bro, like, I think the biggest thing is I really value the people that when they structure it in their week, it's like, it's not whether I'm going to do it, it's how am I going to do it. It's not like, okay, it's raining, there's a fucking hurricane outside, but I said I'm going to train now. Well, it's in my schedule. I'm going to fucking train. If that means I grab a fucking saucepan and do something with a saucepan, then fucking so be it. One saucepan up, like a deficit fucking push up. I don't know. Just figure that on the spot.
Something that you're big on that I love is like, figure it out, get it done.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Literally on a shirt.
This is actually,
Yeah, fuck.
I got to buy that.
I got it. Yeah.
So I brought about, fuck, I don't know, was it 2-3 years ago? I brought about a t-shirt that has my two favorite quotes on it. It's welcome to the fight and figure it out.
I got to buy that. Do you release them still?
Yeah, I still have some at home.
Okay.
So if you want some, just tell me. I'll get them at home.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out. But bro, like Brick's got some. All the OGs, like everyone at fucking the gym's got them. It was awesome. I brought it about not really just to. It wasn't like a money. There's more so like these are my favorite quotes. It was sick. I was in COVID. I wanted to do something, so I got a design artist to fix it up. And I just thought that'd be fucking cool. And I loved it. Like because for me, those two quotes are the biggest things that mattered to me. Like welcome to the fight. Like bro, every day is a fucking fight. And you can either fucking be positive about it, you can either be a fuckwit about it, you can go back to bed and sleep. Like, bro, every day's a fight. Doesn't have to be a shit fight. Doesn't mean you have to be negative, but every day's a fight because you know why? Because nothing's optimal. That's my rule. Nothing's fucking optimal. And that's where figure it out came in.
Fuck optimal.
Every day, you welcome yourself to the fight. You either fucking wake up and you're like, I'm going to fucking make today a great day, and you figure it out. And that's why those two quotes are intertwined, because every day's a fight, and you just figure it out. Because, like, if you go through a day and, like, I look at my day, bro, if I scroll through my calendar of the weeks, like, this was my day, what did it turn out to be? Completely fucking different. That many things went wrong, that many things went right, I had to change this, had to change that. Oh, yeah, can you do this? Oh, can you do that? Oh, new task here, had to move this rep. Fuck it. Made it from 6 a.m. fucking all the way till bedtime. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Still find a way to get a dub. Like, even in the darkest days. Like, find a way to get 4 points.
Yeah, exactly right.
Or at least split them.
So you just figure it the fuck out. Like there is literally no reason. That's why I'm trying to say, if there was a hurricane outside and you said you're going to train at home.
Do it.
Like, just do it. Like, it's in your schedule. I don't know. I'm a very particular guy. Like, if it's in my schedule, it's going to be done.
Advice I have for clients is I treat it as if it's an appointment. It's an appointment.
Fuck oath it is.
That's a good one.
Like you were going to the doctor, like you're going to get your hair cut. You don't bail on that shit.
100%.
Why do you fucking bail on me?
Yeah, exactly right. Like, you want to have those set things as well. Yeah, exactly right. And it's just like, that's that time you have for yourself, and then just have fun. Like, just enjoy it. Like, some days it's just going to fucking suck. But it's like, and that's where community comes in as well. If you've got a good culture around, you've got friends you can lean on, come in. You see, like, your best mate there is fucking training to a heavy trap bar dead. It's like, all right, sweet, we're in, we're good.
Yes,
and it's enjoyable.
That's what me and you were talking about when you first got here, bro. Like, it's about creating an environment where people want to come to, because that's the battle. That is the battle. That's the fight, like showing up. It doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing here until you get to a seriously high level, as you said, like when you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Until then, you do fucking anything and probably get the result you want.
People don't give as much of a fuck at training as like we do. We care. We love training.
Yeah.
Some people don't give a fuck. It's just
so true.
Come in, tick some boxes, and that's it.
It's health.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
We forget it's actually good for your health.
Yeah, it's exactly. But like people, like, they'll be in an office all day or they'll do stuff like that. They just want to come in and just smash some tea and have some fun. And it's like, if you're just here and it's just fucking, it's like, well, they're not going to want to come back. But if you enjoy it, it's like, there's a reason why to Dirk coaches in the mornings, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there's a reason why those sessions are fucking flooded, because they all enjoy it. They're all mates. They all want to get better, and it's like, it's created a fucking awesome environment at Woodford to where, like, those guys come back. Got kids going in there at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning that they want to go in and train. They enjoy it. It's like, and all those boys you've worked with a lot as well, obviously. Nate, Bennett, Danny, all those guys.
It's usually my rule as a gym. I prefer you to come in the morning.
Yep.
I'm like, it's like you're growing up, you either learn the importance of going to bed early and you have to wake the fuck up and you get your shit done, or you leave it to the afternoon, you're tired, you might skip your session, you might go to bed late, or you might go do your homework at fucking 9 p.m. at night. No, none of that shit. You're up, you're going to be there at 6 a.m. I'll see you there. Do you know what I mean?
It's a lesson that I didn't learn until a couple of years ago. I'm like, shit, I wish I had something.
But now you can go.
Yeah.
Now you can implement that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have others learn from my mistakes. Before we chat about environment, is there any brick merch coming?
Bro, I've said this for
Because
so long.
I think you underestimate.
I would fucking buy it.
I think you underestimate the amount of people that jump on that and
I would so buy it.
That are intrigued in your journey.
Do a long sleeve. I fucking wear a long sleeve.
To be honest, I was gonna set something up, but honestly, nah. I enjoy buying people's merch and just
make one.
So supporting everyone around, training, I'm a pig for buying just fucking merch of other guys in the industry and other people in the industry.
Do you have any merch?
Nah, it'll be a later this year thing.
All right, we'll get that then.
You tell me when, bro.
I don't know. I just get really stuck in a perfectionist mentality, and I feel like nothing will ever be good enough. I just need to.
I get in that.
I get that, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've been around. I feel that. I've been. You know what I mean? Because especially when you have such a high standard and you want, this is what you want. You're there. This is where I need to be. This is what I can figure it out. It's almost like anything under it is not good enough, and then you can get almost obsessed, which is I don't like people who say oh, that's such a bad thing. Well, it is when you can't regulate it, but don't lose that. That's a fucking good quality, bro. That is a great quality you have, because I'm the exact same. But there's days where it's hard because it's fuck. It's you're grinding your gears that you have to be there. It has to be perfect.
And I also love the saying perfectionism is the antithesis to done. For now, just get shit done.
And that's where you have to
quantity over quality.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where you have to be welcome to the fight. You have to figure it out, because shit ain't going to be perfect. Do you know what I mean? Find the thing that connects with you to realize that. Strive perfection, realize you're not going to get perfection, hit the shit that you can in the day, and realize that's perfect.
And
it's a little circle.
And at the end of the day, man, we're just coaches. I don't take.
That's it.
Shit. I give that. But no, anyways, we're not.
What?
As much as we like to
don't
say.
Don't put us down. This dog's putting us down.
As much as I like
spitting on me.
Yeah.
Wow, my self-esteem's dropped. I'm just going to walk out and be I'm just a coach. That's all.
Yeah, you're just.
Fuck.
But we're not like doctors or anything like that. We're meant to make people's lives better as well. And it's I think you can always get coaches that take themselves too seriously. And it's just shit like that where it's just, that really annoys me. And it's just.
Does it grind your gears?
It grinds my gears at fucking.
Don't say it.
Don't say it. Grind.
There's something fucked there, but yeah. It's enjoyable just helping people as well. And it's just you shouldn't be too hung up on yourself and take yourself too seriously. There's gonna be times where you just want to say good shit as well, but it's meant to be fun. You're in a saying you love.
That's why I love watching your socials, especially, because that's all you do. You just have fun, post shit you want.
I don't care.
Quite inspiring,
man. What? Well, obviously I can't say too much shit that I want to say, but because I say some busted shit. But
hey, worst case, it takes me 10 seconds to cut it out.
But
go on.
Say it, bro.
No. There's nothing at the moment. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I don't know. I used to be someone that took myself too seriously and would be so fucking, especially with coaching. It's I have to be this way. You see, Woody, for us, everyone's you got to be like this, and this is how you got to be, and this is how you've been with this, and I feel we've done a good job in terms of being ourselves, and it's just we've got qualities that he has, but it's especially when you start out, it's we have to be like this person. He's been a fucking mentor in the industry. Almost fucking he'll love this, but it's almost a pioneer in terms of S&C. In Australia, there's no one else doing this shit except fucking Woody back in the day. And he created a lot of jobs. There's a lot of people in this industry that's still doing stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Myself.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. So it's we feel we're obviously different to how he is as well, and it's you don't have to get caught in the trap of this person is this way, or your boss is this way. You have to be like this. Try and find your own niche. For me, it's I don't know. I'm just different. I just enjoy, stuff on the weekend. Just enjoy just being myself. It's fun.
Well, I think also and I'm not saying this is Woody is a pioneer. You can't be that anymore. And this is a good thing. But people need to accept that. And it's people always be oh, I just want to be Woody. I want to be Woody. I'm you can't be. You can be. You can take his knowledge. You can go be similar to him. But regardless, like, he is a pioneer. Like, you have to accept that you can't be that because he's the one who started. He's the one who put his balls on the line when there's no such thing. We just got to be grateful that we can take his knowledge, we can be ourselves, we can be really great coaches, and we can be known for creating legacies in different aspects of being a great coach, but you're never going to be that pioneer. And that's where I think we have so much love and faith for him, because he did put his balls on the line at the start. He did do it when no one else was doing it, and he is the pioneer. So I don't think there's such thing as ever saying, like, people like even come to me be like, oh, are you like Wood? I'm like, no, I'm different. And I'll create a legacy for being a great coach in a different aspect, but I'll never be a pioneer. That's what he's done, and it's pretty fucking impressive in my opinion.
It's been done, bruv.
It's been done. That's it. It's been done.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
People are like, oh, I want to go do it now. I'm going to be fucking changing the game. I'm like, bro, a bit too late to the party, bro. I think you fucking a little bit late, bro. I think he's been putting his balls on the line for a little bit longer. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's like people need to look at your mentors, take what you can from them, but trying to be them is not, you can't be them. Take what you can from them and realize that you need to do your own thing and you need to be yourself, right? But if someone's a pioneer, you just learn from them, you create it, and then you acknowledge what they've done.
And don't live in an echo chamber as well. Like have multiple echo chambers. Have multiple.
I'm in a lot of echo chambers.
Mental.
Absolutely.
Learn different things.
Man, I have about
challenge your beliefs.
I have a list of fingers that I'm like, I could name like my biggest mentors. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's the biggest thing. They're all for different things.
Love it. You chatted about environment, both of you at Woodies before, and how you create an environment where kids are going to want to rock up at 6 a.m. How do you do that? How do you construct an environment where people want to come to?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, you chat about that. I'm just going to see if the thing's still recording.
Yeah,
I'll wig myself out sometimes.
You're right.
Do you want me to talk, Brett? Do you want to talk?
No, like you go first, and I'll cover it here.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing is like you got to bring yourself to it first. Like if you're not on, if you're not switched on, if you're not in, right, no one else is going to be in. Like before you worry about what anyone else is doing, if you're not in, if you're not like, I'm here for today, I'm here, I'm present, I'm ready, then like don't bother. If you're sitting there thinking about something else, like I think the biggest thing you need to worry about is, am I rocking up? Like you don't have to be fucking switched on every day. You don't have to be like aggressive every day. There's going to be days you'll be tired, but if you're not there and you're not there for the people, they're not going to be there for you. So when I rock up, it's like, I might have a million things to do today, but the only thing that matters is this fucking first session. We're going to have a great time. Preparation, man. So in the off season, so now it's okay, but in the off season, we were fucking flooded in the mornings. Like, so now, like it was to the point that I'm like, holy fuck, it's busy as fuck. So what would I do? I'd rock up literally 45 to 30 minutes earlier before anyone would come in, and I'd prepare the whole gym. Because everyone will be doing different programs, but on certain days we'll be squatting, we'll be doing certain stuff. So I'd get all the boxes lined up, I'd get all the dumbbells lined up for the dumbbell counter movement jumps, I'd get all the ISOs ready to go, force plates on the fucking platform. So when people come in, bang, there'll be a lacrosse ball, a mini band, a foam roller ready to go. So it's So when you rock up, and that's a way of being like, I'm ready. So if you prepare for them, they're going to prepare for you. So my biggest thing, and I learned that in America, like we used to roll up 2 hours early to prepare.
Wow.
But there's 126 athletes who would have 6 hours of non-stop coaching, like just bang, bang. So you'd have to prepare, and like they'd go warm up, speed, power, strength, conditioning, all in that 2 hours. So it'd be like, so it's like if you prepare for it when it's that busy, like people will roll in and show it. Right, so you prepare, like preparation's key. Like you create an environment where you prepare, and then you give your love and energy to these people. Like I love all my clients, and I really care for them. I want to see them get better. So it's like when we're there, when we're at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm present, I'm prepared, and I'm giving them my love and energy.
2 hours early is mental to me. I'm super keen to dive into your Iowa journey in a moment.
Fuck yeah.
Like especially for me, like I hate the old, if you're fucking not 15 minutes early, you're late movement. But like in those circumstances, if you're coaching 6 hours back to back to back, like you got to be ready to roll.
Depends on fucking context as well. Like for that, it's like literally, the cream of the crop. You got like, best that the NFL probably has to offer that are going to come through and like
7 guys got drafted from Iowa this year.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So it's like you got guys in there that are fucking going to come in and cause some hell. So it's like
cause some hell. That's one way to put it.
But like it's the main thing as well, especially environment. Just firstly, be yourself. Just people can see through bullshit. If you are who you are, like, and you carry over that warmth and enjoyment for training, people are going to gravitate towards you. And yeah, it's just like if you're just, as I said, if someone you're not, it's not going to help as well. If you enjoy what we do, sometimes it's like you can be. It's hard because you don't want to be like. you want to obviously show your love and affection towards clients as well. Sometimes it can be like, all right, am I maintaining enough of a coach-client relationship?
Absolutely.
That can be a big thing as well. But honestly, just like, I feel like people are just like, no, I'm just a coach to you. Look, you can always be friends with clients as well. You want to maintain a bit of like, all right, I'm your coach in this situation as well, but also we can have a bit of fun as well. And that creates the environment as well. You get people that want to hang around and want to be in your circle and like enjoy your company. It's awesome as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to toe a line between, wanting to be liked but also be respected. But yeah, like, you can absolutely be friends with your clients. And a lot of the friends, or the majority of the friends that I've made down here since I've moved to the Peninsula have just been clients that have trained at Virtus. Like, it can be done. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add on the environment at Woody's before we move on?
No, pretty much Dirk summed it up really well. It's like when they go in as well, they want to be there. It's like they want to be there for Dirk, and it's like they want to show him. It's like, this is what we're doing with this. So it's like, and obviously our other boys like Max Manav, Woody himself as well. They've been really good in terms of just getting clients in, just enjoying it, and just like you just want to be there. It's just a good place to be, like, and something that obviously Dirk's done a really good job with.
You just gotta set the standard. Like,
that's a good word.
I said to the start, because my rule is, like, anytime we had, like, because we've pretty much, me and Brick, like, not Brick for this instance, but the other coaches, right? Max Manov, like, me and Brick have been there for years. Max Manov over the past few years have kind of joined in the team and been really great. My rule was always, you can't run the weight room. So we always have, there's like, when we're really busy in the off season, we have one coach who's pretty much, in my opinion, who runs the weight room. We have another coach who's assisting, right? Now, obviously, whoever's on shift now, this time we're in season, every coach has learnt enough, had enough experience that it doesn't matter. There doesn't need to be another coach. It can just be a coach and an intern. That's enough for them, because I trust every staff member. But when they were first coming out, my rule was you got to be around me in the morning, because I create such a high standard. Like, there's no, if you're fucking around, like, how do you move around the weight room? Because, like, man, it's okay when you got fucking 5 people, but when you got 20 athletes rolling in, right, it is energy. It's cuss, but I fucking love it. Do you know what I mean? But I have a high standard. It's like, if they're sitting there talking, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know, I learned this off Woody, like, fucking yell at them, tell them to hurry the fuck up and move around, and then they'll start moving around. You know what I mean? Like, I just create a high standard because, we charge a high price, but I know we're that quality. But the problem is the staff need to understand that every day you rock up, you need to give them that quality, because they're paying for it. It's a fucking service. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, yeah, they're my friends. Yeah, I want to help them, but again, it's a service. So I'm like, let's chat, let's have fun, let's get to work. But at the same time, I'm going to give you the quality. We're going to make sure you get the result. So it's like, if you're rocking in there, they're chatting a bit too much, haven't worked around the room. I see someone who's like, he's not getting attention. Do you know what I mean? I'll be like, go get the fuck over there and help him.
Tell us more about those non-negotiable standards that you hold as a head coach, and just yourself, Bricker, as well as coach.
Okay, well, in the weight room or just in general as like at WSSC?
In the weight room.
Okay, well, if you haven't spoken to every single person that's come in throughout that shift, you're in trouble. Like, you got to speak to everyone. Yep. My rule. Whether you just say, hi, how you doing? Chat to them a little bit, like everyone. Everyone's got to feel wanted, right? That's the service we give, right? You got to get there fucking early. Like, you got to get on time. Like get there early. Like, early is on time. Even if it's just 5 minutes. Like, in season, it's not like we're busy, but we're regulated because people spread out a little bit more. So I'm like, that's no worries at all. You can come in 5 minutes beforehand. I'll always get there 15 minutes beforehand. But you want to get there 5 minutes? Okay. You rock up at fucking 6, like, that's not good enough, bro. You know what I mean? And I think whether you're tired, whether you're shit, like, you hold your fucking self. No hands in pockets. That's my biggest, even to athletes. So what I hold, this is a big thing for me. What I hold to my coaches, I also hold to the clients as well. That's why, there's a reason why our clients in the morning will rock up. Because they'll do what I do, and I do what I want them to do. You know what I mean? It's just, we mimic the same standard. No hands in pockets, no fucking headphones. Right, phones away.
No headphones is a biggie for me.
No, phones away. Don't fucking touch your phone. Put your phone fucking down. Now, there's going to be a program on it, so fine. But if I see this shit, I see you slagging down, no leaning on shit. Like, I don't want to see on a fucking box just sitting there like this. No. Bro, you're looking lazy. Get the fuck up and look professional. Do you know what I mean? None of that shit. No hands in pockets, bro. I don't know. I think it doesn't look professional. Do you know what I mean?
Is a lot of that generated from your time over in Iowa?
Yeah, and my dad. My dad's, I was good because I saw him as he grew up, he owns his own business and he's been through many ups and downs, like many struggles as I was growing up. And I think he just set that standard. Like, I probably realized, like I'm very similar to my dad in that aspect because, you know, this is the standard you hold. And he's very professional with what he does. And that's why he creates really good networking and things like that. So I thought I learned that from there. And I think Iowa was a really big insight for that as well. And so was Woody. Do you know what I mean? I remember once I was fucking on my phone once messaging and like I was at the gym and this was when I was a bit younger and Woody's like, put that fucking phone away. And I was like, all right. Learned my lesson after that. Do you know what I mean? So I think all my mentors have just shown me that the ones that create the results, the ones that create professionalism, it's like you're there to give a fucking service. Like it's we create a big job and like in my opinion, I get it. We're just coaches, but we also change lives too.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? We do change lives. People get excited to come in the morning. Do you know what I mean? They create good energy. So chatting to the coaches, being professional, right? Preparing for the session, and never being late on a fucking program. That's a big thing. Like, you know, none of that shit. You create the standard for your clients. They'll create the standard back to you.
Love it.
Yeah.
What are some of your non-negotiables?
Well, I feel for me, I'm going to talk about me personally in terms of my coaching. Something that Chris has done really well is just like, especially for staff, it's just like, this is what you got to do. And pretty much similar to Woody, like don't fuck it up. Like it's pretty much that sort of stuff. And for me, I sort of fell out of love with coaching for a little bit there last year, even a bit after COVID as well. And I felt like I was just like going through the motions a bit and got a severe kick up the arse from a couple, probably Dirk and a bit of Woody as well. Like, 'cause I felt like I was just sort of dragging. So for him having that stuff in there, it's like made me go, fuck, got to actually switch on here and stop being a fucking dumb cunt in terms of this thing, but also just like the way I was sort of acting. So for him, it's been awesome. Just like the staff know what they're doing. We know our roles. It's due to like our operations manager cares as well. Like she's like, the easier roles, this is what you're good for in the business.
Structure. She's
Exactly.
Structure.
Because everyone was doing too much shit. Like I was
messy.
Yeah, like
Too many fingers in too many pies.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone doing too much fucking, like there's fucking 10 people doing this and like my boss is doing this. So it's like everyone's doing everything. So it's like non-negotiable in terms of that. It's just like everyone's got a role. And it's like, you've got your role in your business, you fucking do it really well and you go from there. And yeah, similar to what Dirk was saying, like you've got these rules for clients and you've got these set things and it's like you hit these, it's perfect for us, perfect for you, you'll get better, you'll enjoy your time here as well, and just creates that standard, like similar to what Dirk had at Iowa. It's like here it's child's play, like to be perfectly honest, like here it's like not as intense as fucking Iowa. So it's like here he can go for all that sort of stuff and it gets the standard gets raised as well. And I was talking to so our former physio, Jordan Radcliffe, who's like legal coach as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm assuming you know as well.
Huge mentor.
And we're having a chat about it and George said, let's pump Dirk up. He's like, oh, he could be the best young coach in Australia, period, like over the next couple of years. And I firmly believe that. Like seeing him coach, seeing him, hate emotions, but it's all right. But no, seriously,
Grinds
like
my gears.
Like the non-negotiables, like he expects these out of clients, and it's like if you don't reach those standards, well, we might not be able to coach anymore, or you might have to go to a different gym. So
legit, like I'm all for people calling me. If I fuck up, call me straight out, bro. I am far from fucking people, but I'll be accountable on it. Didn't do this, bang, that's fine. Didn't do this. But like, even communication, that's another one for me. Like, if you don't rock up, where the fuck's the text message? Like, why are you not? Because I'm always on point. I'm telling my athletes, this is what's happening, this is what's doing. You don't message me, what the fuck?
Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, and like, my rule is, it's like, if you don't want to do all this non-negotiable, that's so fine. Either go work with another coach or go fuck off. Like, that's so fine.
In the nicest way possible.
Yeah, I have no issue with it. Some people don't want it, do you know what I mean? And like, sometimes I'm a bit intense and I'm like, that's so fine. Like, I get it. And you don't have to work with me. But I'm like, that's just what I do because I know doing that methodology will allow you to get the result you want.
yeah.
Rick, tell us about this kick up the arse that him and Woody gave you.
Oh, I think it was more just like
over time. There's a couple kicks up the arse.
I don't think it wasn't like one thing. It was more just like I think in like body language and also just the way it was sort of how I was coaching and just I think Dirk said like one time like, what the fuck, doing this and stuff like that. So it's like,
sorry,
it's all right, but
I get a little bit intense.
but it's more just like with their actions, and it's the fact that ultimately I was getting a bit caught behind, and just felt like I wasn't good enough in terms of that. So it's the way it wasn't necessarily like verbal, but it was non-verbal. It was the way they were acting. It was like fuck. I'm being a bit of a just diva in the way I was acting.
Diva.
Bit of a pussy, but
no, like I think the biggest thing is that like we're always learning, we're always growing. I'm always trying to give the staff more knowledge because I'm learning too. I'm trying to implement this. So I'm like, even though all our athletes have individualized programs, we follow the same sort of system. We move around the same kind of clock of the year, unless they're, a different, like an MMA fighter. That's completely different. Do you know what I mean? As a field and court-based athlete, that's very seasonal. Do you know what I mean? We need to hold that standard. We need to do this. We need to do that. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's just, holding that standard. And Brick's always been fucking amazing. But, like, you could tell, at some points he was falling out of love. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's where it's like, we were like, you either need to create your decision now of what you want.
How'd you go with telling off your mate? Because I get a bit weird with, like, fucking having tough conversations with people I love. People I don't give a shit about, it's probably a little bit easier. But, like, those I love and care about, it's difficult.
I don't think I'm a dick. You're
not. You're right.
I don't think I'm a dick. I try to come across in a reasonable way. Like, I try to always find out why is this happening? You know what I mean? It's not like just because he's a fucking, like, he's not a lazy cunt. Brick's not a lazy cunt. He works extremely hard. So I always try to come across in a reasonable way. If I'm not happy with something and I'm a bit stern about it, I'll be like, I'm a very upfront, like, this was not good enough. But I'm actually more inclined to say to the people that I love because I care about them.
Yep.
And it's like, we've been through the business of ups and downs. We've seen some, like, Brick's been around for so long, worked so hard. So the new staff like Max, Manov, that have come in over the years, I'm strict on it because we've put our fucking balls in line. We've worked really hard. So it's like, Brick's worked really hard. Kez has worked really hard. Christian's worked really hard. I've worked really hard. So to new staff that come along, it's like, and interns that come along, it's like, you don't know half the shit that you got to do. So it's like, I know, I get it. They're mates and I love them and I will always try to be reasonable. But sometimes, like, when it's like, it's not good enough, it's not fucking good enough. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. Do you know what I mean? And I think you just got to try to separate that. Like, when I'm like your friend, like, I'm your friend. But when it's about work, it's about work. Do you know what I mean? It's not got nothing to do with, you're a good man or you're a shit man. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, if the job wasn't done the way it should have, well, that's how it is.
And self-reflection's a big thing, Tyler, as well. So with after shifts, I know, so I've taken a bit of a back step in terms of coaching at Woodford, and the boys that been hands-on for fucking ages, and it's a lot more of them having like self-reflection. So what went well? What didn't go well? What can we do better? Mm-hmm. What do we do really well? What resonated with the clients? So that next time we do it, we'll do a lot more of that. Maybe cut out a bit of this. So it's like, yeah, you're always in that period of self-reflection as well. And I feel like it's at a good stage now that I've seen. Obviously, you can be like, you can say if you want, but I feel like it's at a good stage now to where everyone knows their role, but it's also just flows so well now. And stuff we can do better, but for the most part, it's a lot more structure and it's a lot. Absolutely. It's good to be there.
Has your shift to leaning into more powerlifting coaching been a part of your rejuvenation as a coach?
Yeah, I reckon 100%. Like, so I was talking to Kez and Woody, and I'll be stopping at Woodford at the end of the year, and I feel like that's a good move for me. Obviously nothing against the boys, but
no, that's a fucking legacy. That's a fucking legacy.
But I think it's at a stage where you got to move on. And for me, my future's in powerlifting and just amongst the Strength Fortress guys, and just beautiful. Because as I said, with the kick up the arse, it was a bit where it was just like, we need to just change something. And for me, getting hired by Strength Fortress was good because rejuvenation, it's something I love, it's something I do, and my career's not in athletic development, to be quite honest. Like, I reckon I'd be a pretty shit coach, athletic development, compared to like
he's a fucking fantastic coach. It's just that his love isn't there.
Yeah.
Brick's very smart. He downplays himself so much it actually hurts my brain sometimes. That's why I get angry at him. I think half my times I've gotten angry at Brick is like, Brick, you are good enough.
Not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah.
It's just therapy here. We got to like fucking talk about
Brick's works so fucking hard, but it's like at the same time, he's extremely knowledgeable about athletic development, but his love's not there.
Yeah.
You can't force that. Do you mean? And I'm like, I'm so proud of Brick because it's like you're creating a move and a transition for where he wants to go, and he's worked so hard at Woodford, man. Like, just grinded, worked hard, and he's not probably as stern as me on the other staff members. He's probably a little bit more gentle, or to the intern. Like, when an intern fucks up, I'll be angry at him. Brick's that real good cop, it's okay. Like, you did well. And I get angry at Brick sometimes. I'm like, Brick, why are you being nice to them? But like, do you know what I mean? Like,
have you ever given anyone a good rinse?
A good bake? Nah, not that I know of.
Never.
I'm very chill. Like,
He'll be like, oh, that's okay. Or he'll be like, oh, I'll do that for you. I'm like, Brick, that's the intern job. What are you doing? I'm like,
I feel like it's just helped me a lot more in terms of like, when I was talking about this as well on our potty, when I first started, I was very unemployable. I felt like as a coach, like even like a couple of years in, I was like going to another company wasn't really an option. And I feel like now it's been an option for ages. It's been coaching for just about a year. And it's been so good there, and it's been such a good onboarding process. And it's at the point to where like I can go to these places and not feel out of place. So for me, that's been the biggest part of Woodford, is just self-confidence and the fact that you can fucking do this. Like, something to yourself here, Tyler, you get more confidence. Something to yourself, Dirk, obviously, at Woodford and stuff. And you get more confidence. You go, fuck yeah, I'm actually a really good coach as well. So it's like, that's been the big thing for me personally.
What do you love most about powerlifting that like fucking draws you to it?
I just like lifting heavy shit. That's literally it. Heavy shit with mates. That's fucking perfect. The thing that's good about it as well is I can travel to fucking gyms like this and go to like other powerlifting gyms and just enjoy it. Like that would be like my MO for years to come. Just go do like online coaching if I can, program, train with people that I like. Hence why we came here today. Like, you're a sick cunt, so we enjoyed training with you. And just enjoying, like, training and just meeting new people. Too many times people are just stuck in these echo chambers where they're just, like, here, blinkers on, they don't see anyone else, and they're stuck in these beliefs. Like, go out and just, like, actually meet new people, and you might create better connections than you think. So that's what draws me about powerlifting. Also, the fact that I met a lot of my friends who powerlifting as well.
Connection.
Yeah, connection as well. Vasulio, yeah. He's, and this is one of my, really fucking best mates, and a couple of those other boys at culture. So it's been fucking excellent. So I've loved it.
I've been staring at that Iowa shirt for a while.
Yeah, you got to go.
The best.
Tell us about your time in Iowa.
Man,
why Iowa? Biggest takeaways?
Iowa at the time, so I was actually supposed to go to Colorado Buffaloes because in 2020, right? So Woody went to Maryland in 2012, and he knew the head S&C at Colorado because he was from Maryland. So I was going to go there. I got the position, was going to go there. COVID kicked in. Fucking that fucked off. He got fired. That lost it. Then Woody knew someone who was living in Iowa who used to work at Iowa, and he said maybe you can stay with him. So just email them. So I was like, but do I just email him? He's like, just see what you can do. Okay. So I was like, I just literally searched up on their website, bro. I couldn't end up staying with that guy because he wasn't there. But I still tried to email them. I thought, so literally I just searched up. People ask, how did you? I'm like, Iowa, Hawkeyes, emails, 2IC, email, hey, like blah, blah, blah. So just emailed him. And bro, it happened within 4 days. Email, send us your resume, interview, in the interview. He's like, all right, let's do it.
People underestimate the value of just fucking asking. Even if you think it's going to be a 99% chance, no, just ask.
Bro, our intern now, Andy, who hopefully, like he continues to come back to Woodford, he's in Ohio at the moment now. I told him, I just said, fucking email. So he's in Ohio now. So obviously not Iowa, but he's at an Ohio University. Because he just fucking emailed them and asked. I'm like, good on you, bro. So, and Iowa is a big fucking like college, man. So Chris Doyle, who wasn't there when I was there, he was the highest paid S&C for many years. He was at Iowa for 22 years. He's fucking left a legacy in fucking the S&C world of college sport. So, mate, most coaches have learnt off him or seen shit about him. So to be at the place where he left his systems, I was like, that would be a fucking...
So he wasn't there when you were there?
No, yep. So his 2IC, who'd been under him for 18 years, was there.
Okay.
Roman Braithwaite. So I'm like, he's been under him. So I'm like, and he's been there for 18 years. The head guy now was under Chris Doyle. So I'm like, fuck yeah, because Chris Doyle obviously left just before I went there. So I was like, man, I need to go. That was a place. I was going to stay at the Woody's friend, but obviously that didn't work out. But it was still like, who cares? I was the school. So I was the place I wanted to go to. So I started searching up all about it. Like, I got accepted. I was fucking excited, man. Like, I organised it in January to leave in May. Do you know what I mean? So I actually left at this time last year. And I was fucking excited. I was ready because, like, man, I was supposed to go in 2020. And I thought I was ready then, but fuck me, I wasn't ready. So I did a lot of work to try to prepare myself over the next few years. And I remember the chat. I just got back from Queensland in January, and Woody's like, bro, you need to go this year. He's like, you're getting stagnant. I'm like, well. Like, he threw it in my face. He's like, you're getting stagnant. He's like, you need to go.
I'll write that.
He's like, and I was like, that was probably the best thing he said to me. He's like, you're getting stagnant. You need to fucking go be better. Because, like, bro, I was comfortable at Woodford at the time, right? We had some other staff that were around that I've left at the time, and I was just like, I could leave, do you know what I mean? And come back. And I was like, I probably need to go do this because it needs to level up. I need to bring something now from somewhere else. So I was like, okay, I need to go fucking do it.
You said you weren't ready. Why not? In 2020.
2020, I was young, man. I was 18, turning 19 at the time. I was, I'd been coaching under Woody. I was coaching for many years, learning under him, during school and even out of school. I was working for him for hours, but I felt like I wanted more experience under my belt. And I wanted to go there and make a mark. If I'd gone there at that time, I believe I would have been an intern that came and left, but I wouldn't have been the intern that fucking people knew. And I'm glad because there was still a lot of areas I didn't know about. And at the time before I left, I knew I wasn't strong at speed work, field work, conditioning, everything field related. So I spent the next few years fucking learning it. And that's where Jordan Rutherford was a big mentor of mine, learning everything, speed work, speed mechanics, speed development, on-field power and conditioning development, like everything that, bang, bang, bang. Because I was obviously very comfortable because Woody's probably one of the smartest strength coaches for athletes, right? But I needed that other component.
Yep.
So that's where I had to put in a lot of the work to know that because I wanted to, at that level, you got to know everything.
We go into big ventures like this with a preconceived idea in our head of what it's going to be. Was there anything that surprised you and maybe didn't go according to plan or caught you off guard about the whole experience?
I thought I was going to work hard, but you got to work even harder than that.
Yeah, okay.
I was ready to, that was probably the hardest I've ever worked in my life. I think, look, I went there, like I said to people, you can go there, you can do it, you can come back and probably not work as hard as I did, right? But there's a lot of interns that come through. You want to be remembered.
Yeah.
And you want that as head S&C coach. Like I chat to him. I still chat to him. I can email him now. I'm coaching one of the punters from there who's come down because he's from Melbourne. So I'm coaching him while he's in off season before he goes back in the summer.
That's cool.
Do you know what I mean? And they have full trust in me. I was chatting to them. They're like, do whatever you want. I'm like, the fact that they say that. So for me, what I didn't realize is I'm going to work hard, but I'm going to work very hard.
You don't want to just be sitting at the back of the class and dicking around.
There's a lot of fucking work. And what I thought I was going to work hard, but I didn't realize what that was going to contain. And it was a lot of it. Because we're up at 3 a.m. We'll get there 3:45, start at 4 o'clock, prepare for an hour and 45, start at 5:45, and then you'll be going till 12 o'clock, then pack everything up till 1:30, eat lunch for 30 minutes, do all the extra work you need to, get 1 hour of training session. And when I say 1 hour, fuck me, not a minute later. You get 1 hour. No such thing as warm-up, bro. You just straight into it. You get your hour, and you have to do their program too.
Yep.
Right? So then hour, smash that out, then go back and do more work. Again, it might be reading, it might be practicing stuff. Because we had 10 books, right? We had 10 1-hour videos. So one book and one 1-hour video plus a review on each, plus a presentation to do every week. And you'd probably get home at 6 o'clock. You'd want to be in bed by 8:30. Do you know what I mean? So it was intense. Very intense.
That's hectic. How long did you have to sustain that for? How long were you in over?
So the actual program was for 10 weeks, right? Yeah. I was away for 3 months. That was 10 weeks. But the summer's busy. The summer's their biggest period because they're going just before they get into preseason and season. Do you know what I mean? So it's wild. We've got 126 athletes, just football. They're building, there's everything. Because you're at their football trainings too. You know what I mean? Because again, there's extra work. The freshmen are coming in during that period of time. So there was one day I was finishing my uni. I had a uni exam, right? So I got up at 3, did all the day. The freshmen, that was their first day, so we had to train them separately. So we didn't finish till 8:30. I got home, took a nap for 30 minutes, then got up and prepared for my exam at 10 o'clock. I finished at 12. Then I got back up at 3 and did my next day. That was the biggest day I've ever done.
The fuck?
That's some Goggins what's he call it when he's on
I got 3 hours of sleep, bro.
Fuck, man.
He's going to carry the boats.
He's carrying the boats and the logs.
Because bro, when people be like, oh, I got uni on, I got this, bro. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I was away in America and I finished the fucking exam.
Find a way. So, that's crazy. You were juggling uni at the same time as well.
Yeah, bro. You just fucking get it done. Bro, there's no such thing as I don't know, you just get it done. If you want it, you'll get it done, bro. People are like, oh, I got uni. Bro, I was chatting to someone and they're like, oh, I'm like, here's this part-time job. Oh, but I got uni. I said a part-time job, you fucking idiot. I said, if I had to, I'd fucking do uni at 3 a.m. if I had to. Bro, when I was doing uni, I was doing it full-time. I never stopped doing it full-time.
And then it'd be like, it's like, I've done all this shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. I struggle to relate to people that,
the shit you've gone through,
you know what I mean? I was working morning, during the day, afternoon. Woodies, then I'd go home and I'd fucking do my uni. You know what I mean? Like, obviously this was before I met my partner, so I did a lot of the grind work at the start, and then, do you know what I mean? I think it pays off. I think people need to go do it.
Yeah, if you love something enough, you will find a way. You will get it done.
You know who's the man on your shirt, Alex Sandalis? He would be big into that as well, and he's like, he's a big one like that. So shout out to the great man as well. He getting another bit of love here, but he'd be definitely like that as well. It's like, all right, well, you're saying these things, but it's like, do you want to get stronger? Do you want to do this? Like, if your actions aren't replicating what you're trying to do, well then fuck, like we're in an impasse here. So it's like,
want it?
Yeah, how bad do you want it?
Legit, how bad do you want? Like, I don't know. I think if I walked around like to every S&C coach and said like, do you want to go? Do you want Raymond Braithwaite to be like, you're part of the family now? Like, I'll do anything, like whatever you want for you. It's like to get that. It's like it's not as simple. Like, yeah, of course everyone wants it, bro. But like, I think the biggest thing Iowa taught me is you got to work fucking hard. You gotta be willing to put it in. Like, there's no such thing as talent. There's no such thing as all this bullshit. Like, you gotta put in the hard work. You gotta stand up and you gotta fucking work with people. Like, they don't give a fuck who you are. They don't give a fuck, what you know. You just gotta rock up and do your job and they'll like you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Respect.
Nice. Oh, time
to go to shoot, Brick.
Yeah, fuck. We'll go 5 more minutes. We'll go
how much more time do we have to talk shit?
We'll go 10 more minutes. Fuck it.
10 more minutes.
Yeah,
good. Huge.
We'll make some calls.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Not going to make you late for coaching?
Nah, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well, how's far from here? About an hour and a bit, so we'll be all right.
Yeah, good.
We'll get on there good time. I'm enjoying this chat.
I somewhat hate asking this question, but what do you hope the next few years and chapters looks like in the lives of Brick and Dirk?
I don't know, honestly. Well, sorry, I do know, but create a bigger name in terms of like coaching and just be a more revered coach in powerlifting circles. And I've got this personality that's very like just happy-go-lucky and just enjoy shit, but I want to be someone that is well respected and is someone that is seen as a big voice in terms of powerlifting and powerlifting in Australia. That's the main goal. And also, I don't know, training-wise, just keep on getting stronger, just enjoying the process and just being someone that people can look up to. That's a big thing as well, especially like having Woody as a big mentor. Something that he gets revered by a lot of people. And that's what, at the end of the day, I sort of want to be as well. So, yeah, in the 5-10 years, keep on going to a big brand and just enjoying the process.
Good for the brand.
Good for the brand. 100%.
So,
man, it's a great question. Look, I tried not to stress too much about where everything's going to go.
Yeah, and I'm much the same. And it's almost like why I hate asking it, but like just like a short term.
Yeah, look, I'll answer that in a second. But overall, I agree. Like, I just think like, bro, life changes, goes with ebbs and flows. Like, I just like being in the present moment. Like, I just love. Like, I don't even know. Like, in all fairness, like if you ask me where do I want to be in 5 years, I would say I have fucking no idea. But all I do know is my values and beliefs of I want to continue creating legacy. I want to do more workshops. I'm running one on Sunday. I'm excited for that. I want to run more workshops. I want to continue to build coaches as well, not just fucking athletes. Like running those internships which is what we do. Seeing athletes grow and see the business grow as well. So I don't know. I feel like in general, I want to continue to build my legacy of who I am as a coach and nail my fundamentals and keep learning and keep building other coaches as I do for myself and help athletes along the journey, and make more of a different style routine. You know what I mean? As I get more coaches under me, I get to be a bit more flexible with my time. But where that goes, where it be, that's a whole different level. What will happen in 5 years? I have no idea, man. I don't even like planning it. Like, I just like to, what do I need to get done?
Yep.
What's happening in this moment? Like, I don't know. I used to think like that. I used to think like you'd have to know in 2 years what you want to do, or 1 year. Like, I wanted to do the internship, I did it. You know what I mean? I'm now doing what I need to do. Like, it doesn't mean I don't have goals in life, but at the same time, I'm like, I have a goal for today. I need to get that done.
Yeah, that whole, like, where do you see someone in 3 years shit really, speaking of, grinds my gears.
Because then it's really like, are you actually being here? Because then I come from a place of like, I don't know, like I love the idea of like, working hard, killing it. Like I do, bro. I work very hard. But at the same time, like I enjoy it. And I'm not working hard for the future. But I am at the same time. I'm working hard because I'm enjoying it now.
And shit changes. Like, 3 years ago, no plans of being sitting in this seat right here, right now.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd be in this seat right now talking to you.
Like, 5 years ago, would you have anticipated, Brooke, that you'd be leaving Woody's, going to train at a powerlifting gym?
Nah.
Coach out of a powerlifting gym?
Yeah, like literally, no. It's
Like,
crazy how it goes.
Yeah, I just feel, you know what I mean? And I think I think when we, you know, like, you got to work hard because it's going to give you benefits later on in the future. I have no doubt about it. But if you don't enjoy working hard for the now, then it becomes a bit of an issue. Because then it's like, yeah, you're only living for the future, or you're living because you enjoy the process. Do you know what I mean? I think so many people fall in the trap of, I'm working hard now so I can be happy later. I'm working hard now so I can enjoy it later. But then that ideology you'll never be happy. Ever. If you work hard now because you enjoy the process of just growing, and maybe one day you know that you're not going to have to work as hard, that's okay. That's how I see it. Like, I enjoy working hard because I love fucking building. And I'm in a place in my life where I think I really enjoy the building blocks because I'm growing from my child and growing up. I'm growing in the way I work. I'm growing in my relationship, you know what I mean? That's what I love. And I'm in those building blocks. But I do care where it goes in the future, but at the same time, that'll sort itself out. I'm growing now because I like growing now.
This has been epic. I fucking have like 20 other things I could chat about right now that I want to chat about. I've got to let Brooke get coaching.
Fuck yeah.
Quickly, boys.
Well, do we have any questions, like, from...
No. I mean, like, fucking one rogue one, man. So I didn't even write it down.
Okay. You're right.
Where can the people find you? What are you doing?
So... At J Homileti. So you can follow me on Insta. Jeremy Borzillo on Facebook. That's about it, to be honest. Yeah.
What's the name of the gym? Strength Fortress.
Strength Fortress. Yeah. So in Maidstone. So Keith Street in Maidstone.
Cool.
And yeah, you can find me at, I don't know, fucking 20 other gyms. Training at a ton at the moment. So mainly at Strength Culture. Coaching out at Strength Fortress. If you're in the Maidstone area, you guys want to come down. So in the West. So it might not be the people that watch this. Might not be around there. But yeah, other than that, you can just find me there.
Good. Dirk, where can we find you? Where are you going?
Coach Dikranis, Dikranis, because no one can spell. Yeah, just find me there, or look at the WSSC page, Woodford SSC, and just find me there. You can chat.
Love it. Fuck. I'd love to keep this going, boys.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you late.
I know, we talk for 2 hours. We could.
I know, bro. I feel bad. I keep just chatting. Once you get me excited on something, so just
that's a potty though. You can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
Exactly right. Yeah.
There's no rules, man. Me and Dirk, are we going to do some Olympic lifting?
Olympic lifting.
Yeah, you got time? Got time for an ollie?
I'll watch you do a couple of ollies, bro.
Fuck yeah. I want some coaching.
Yeah, bro. I'll help you out. Done.
Thank you very much for having us on the potty. Appreciate it.
Let's do this again.
Thank you.